Real Madrid end of era. Ousmane Dembele to Arsenal. Chelsea loses again. Kane hits first Bayern Munich hat-trick. Juventus concede bizarre own goal. Add a like and subscribe, let us start. Morata pounces to restore Atletico's 2-goal lead. Atletico outclass Real with Morata double in Madrid derby. Morata opened the scoring in the 4th minute, with a towering header from a Samuel Lino cross. Aston Villa piles misery on struggling Chelsea after Gusto's red card. It was no surprise to see Chelsea miss clear chances when they were on top and repeatedly make bad decisions in the final third. Liverpool's impressive start to the season continues. Again they stepped it up in the second half with goals from Nunez and Jota securing the points. Salah's early penalty started the goal scoring. 6 wins on the spin for Jurgen Klopp's Reds, who deserved their victory for an excellent second half against a good West Ham side. Up to second in the league. All level at the Emirates. Arsenal had their moments and will rue an excellent Jesus chance that would have put them 2-0 up in the first half, but overall a draw is a fair result. Spurs came under pressure at times but refused to go under and fought back from both Arsenal goals. They will be slightly happier with the result after taking their first points from the Emirates since 2019. This is the all the matches results for this round across all leagues. Harry Kane hits first Bayern Munich hat-trick, to make it 7 goals in his first 5 Bundesliga games as the German Giants thrash Bochum 7-0. Harry Kane's dream start to his Bayern Munich career continued on Saturday as he hit his first Bundesliga hat-trick, in Bayern's 7-0 win over VfL Bochum. Lewandowski equalizes in the 85th minute for Barcelona. Barcelona produced stunning late comeback to beat Celta Vigo. The win provisionally moves Barcelona to the top of the league standings, with 16 points from 6 games, 1 point ahead of Real Madrid, who face local rivals Atletico Madrid on Sunday. Celta are 17th. Man City 2-0, Nottingham Forest. Resilient champions make it 6 wins from 6, despite Rodri's red card with goals from Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland sealing all 3 points. Jack gone at the Etihad Stadium. Scarily, they are not supposed to be quite so good at this point. City are used to easing themselves into seasons. Juventus concede bizarre own goal as Federico Gatti fires a no-look back pass into the bar. Rodri is sent OFF for violent conduct after clash with Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White. With Spaniard set to miss showdown with title rivals Arsenal, the Spaniard clashed with Morgan Gibbs-White just a minute into the second half, going face-to-face with the Forest midfielder before appearing to put his hands around his neck. Angry Pep Guardiola tells Rodri to control himself and his emotions after his red card against Nottingham Forest threatened to derail Man City's perfect start to the season. Man City, Rodri to miss Arsenal clash after sending off against Nottingham Forest. Leo scores as Milan beat Verona after delay. Milan, who were humbled 5-1 by Inter last weekend and were held to a goalless draw in their Champions League group opener by Newcastle United, moved level with league leaders Inter on 12 points, but their city rivals play Empoli on Sunday. PSG chairman Nasser Al-Khelaifi hits back at Lionel Messi's claim that he received no recognition from the club for Argentina's World Cup win. Paris Saint-Germain chairman Nasser Al-Khelaifi has hit back at Lionel Messi's claim that he was the only member of Argentina's World Cup winning squad not to be recognized by his club. Crystal Palace 0-0 Fulham. Stalemate at Selhurst Park as both sides struggle for any kind of cutting edge on Roy Hodgson's return to the dugout. Alex Jennings at Selhurst Park. A recovered Roy Hodgson returned to the Crystal Palace dugout but will have spent much of his Saturday afternoon wondering why he bothered. Lisandro Martinez adds to Erik ten Hag's injury woes as the Argentine defender joins Harry Maguire, and Mason Mount in missing Man United's trip to Burnley. Martinez joins the likes of Harry Maguire, Mason Mount and Luke Shaw on the injury table, as United's woes continue with the Red Devils searching for some form amid a tough start to the season. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp rejected an approach from Germany before Julian Nagelsmann was hired to replace Hansi Flick this week. The German Football Association announced on Friday that Nagelsmann would take over as the new manager of the senior men's national side, after Klopp reportedly turned down an approach. Manchester United got their season back on track with a hard-fought point at Burnley. Here's how Mail Sport rated the players. Player ratings: Bruno Fernandes shines with winning goal for Manchester United. Johnny Evans impresses, but Rasmus Højlund was starved of chances. Chelsea have fielded 37 different starters in just 9 months, all bought by 7 different managers. Is it any wonder Mauricio Pochettino's side look lost? James Sharp: when Leslie Ugarteau lined up for Chelsea against Bournemouth, he became the 37th different player to start for the club in the Premier League this year. Cristiano Ronaldo rejects claims his career is done, as he insists he still has a lot to give after continuing his blistering form with 2 goals in Al Nassr victory. Cristiano Ronaldo has no plans to retire from football, after producing another outstanding performance for Al Nassr, and said he will only quit football when his legs tell him he is done. DC United, Charlotte FC and Montreal all lose to leave door open for late turnaround Inter Miami's hopes of sneaking into the MLS playoff places this season went from faint to bright on Saturday after 3 of their closest rivals suffered defeats. Jesse Lingard has joined Al-Ettifaq on training valid for 1 month, as he's still available as free agent. Up to Lingard and Ettifaq if they want to proceed together. Steven Gerrard will be key to decide too. Dominic Szoboszlai: I've worked a lot to become a player of Liverpool. It was a dream. But I think for every football player it's a dream to play for Liverpool. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. Carlo Ancelotti: Vinicius has 100% recovered. For me it's difficult to leave players on the bench, the competition is very high in the midfield. You can't be sad if you've given your 100%. Everton beat Brentford 3-1 for first league win of the season after a first half of many missed opportunities ended 1-1. Tarkowski headed in off Dwight McNeil's corner after 67 minutes. Brighton take on European heavyweights on UEL debut. Brighton can't lose DNA in Europa League. De Zerbi Brighton, who finished 6th in the Premier League last season to secure qualification for the Europa League, face AEK Athens in their Group B opener on Thursday.